We begin with today's webinar to introduce about our speaker. Our speaker name is Dr. Shruti Joshi. She is an Ayurveda physician with an experience of 8+ years and is associated with Just for Art. She is the wellness manager with us. So over to you, Dr. Shruti.
Yes, Tejashree. Thank you. Thank you for introducing me. Namaste, everyone. As she has introduced, I am Dr. Shruti Joshi here, practicing Ayurveda. I have chose this topic, lead Ayurvedic life, because our India, mainly India, is facing many diseases which is associated with our lifestyle. That's why I have chose this lead Ayurvedic life, because that will help you few changes in your routine which will help you to get rid of all the diseases which are coming now, like the COVID-19 which has been come, and that is also somewhere associated with our lifestyle. So that's why I will tell you few topics, few things, few tips which has been described in Ayurveda already, which will help you to introduce in your day-to-day life, and which help you to beat this kind of infections. Now, Ayurveda can heal COVID-19. That is still studies going on, like the studies are going on the vaccinations. In the same way, Ayurveda is a study has been presented by the Patanjali Chikitsalaya as well as the Ayush department, that ashwagandha helps in curing COVID-19. But that study has been still been going on, so it has not been approved. But few things which Ayurveda has described is about the immunity. So few immunity tips I will be telling you today, which you can practice in your day-to-day life. Yeah, Tejashree, can we have the next slide, please?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I have told you that I have mentioned the 3S, which is very important to practice in our day-to-day life. First is the social distancing, second is the sanitization, third is the screening. Now, social distancing, which has been always told in the news channels as well as the Prime Minister, that you need to keep a specific distance between two individuals, maybe 3-4 feet or 5 feet, which will help you to keep some distance, and also if any ailment the person is suffering, that will not be transferred. So that is very important, social distancing, which has also been described in Ayurveda. Like when we greet each other, we instead of shake hand, we should say namaste. That has been practicing by UK Prime Minister as well. So this is why this social distancing is very important. Second is the sanitization. Sanitization is important. It involves not only personal hygiene but also the surrounding hygiene. So in the sanitization of personal hygiene, you need to wash your hands regularly. You have been watching many videos that also have been presented on social media, that how you need to wash your hands. So that is also included in personal hygiene, that is the sanitization. And also surrounding hygiene, you need to keep your surroundings clean. Like if you keep the empty, the garbage and all, that also leads to infections. So sanitization is very important. Third is the screening. Now you are suffering for some any ailment, and since long, and you're just staying with the home remedies, so that is not going to help you. Instead, it will get severe. So what you need to do is proper time screening is very important. Like if you have infection, continuous throat hoarseness is there more than 3 days, and chest congestion is there, then you need to go for the screening. So this 3S is very important. First is the social distancing, second is the sanitization, third is the screening, right? So can we have the next slide, please?
Yes, Dr. Shruti. Just a minute.
Yeah. In the next slide, I will be explaining you the objectives of Ayurveda. Now, what is the aim of Ayurveda? So I have written there, Swastasya Swastha Samarakshanam Aturasya Vikara Prashamanam. So what does that mean? Swastasya Swastha Samarakshanam, the main who is healthy, to maintain the healthy health of a healthy person. That is the first objective of Ayurveda. Second is Aturasya Vikara Prashamanam. If he is suffering from any ailment, any vikar or atur, who is diseased person, to cure the disease is also the objective of Ayurveda. So Ayurveda helps you to lead a peaceful and a graceful life, balancing both mind and soul, right? And so Ayurveda focuses mainly on curing illness. Second is the prevention of the disease. Third is the promotion of health. So Ayurveda is taking care of all the things. So that is why Ayurveda has been introduced, and we need to go back to the roots and understand the aim of Ayurveda and lead that life, right? Can we have the next slide, please?
Yes.
Right. So these are three main health pillars which I would like to introduce by Ayurveda. So which is the first is the Rutucharya, that is seasonal regimen. There are India is actually blessed with 6 seasons. We are practicing 3 seasons, I know, but according to Ayurveda there are 6 seasons. And second is Dinacharya, that is daily regimen. So which has been also introduced in explained already in Ayurveda. Second is the physical care, what you need to take. And the third is the immunity booster herbs or foods, what you need to have. Yeah. So the next slide is fine. Tejashree. Yeah, so what is Dinacharya and Ritucharya? So as I said, in Ritu, we have 6 Ritus according to the sun position in the hemisphere, be it northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. According to the sun intensity, the 6 seasons have been distributed. So according to that, we need to have our routines. So when you go in detail, that is practically not much possible. So today I will explain you more about Dinacharya. What is Dinacharya? Dinacharya is the what daily routine what you need to follow in day-to-day life, right? So Dinacharya starts with the morning. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, so Dinacharya starts with the morning schedule. So what is the first important thing is wake up early in the morning. That is Brahma Murta. That is at the 4:30 a.m. You need to wake up before the sunrise. This is very, very important. Second thing is brushing your teeth. That is also fine what you have been practicing daily. Followed what you can practice. Another thing is which you can tell your kids as well. You can clean your mouth. You need to just with your tooth powder you can clean it, as well as you can pour some oil. You can use coconut oil, sesame oil, or even a normal warm water. You just add salt in that and just need to put in your mouth and hold it. Hold it like this, put it to the right side, put it to the left side, like this, upwards and downwards. Just do this 2 to 3 times and just spit it out. So how it helps is, this will help you in cleaning your mouth, and whatever germs are there, virus, bacteria, whatever are there, will be maximum in the mouth. So that also will be cleared. And also it helps to get rid of the this mouth odor, right? So in this gargling, you can also add Triphala Kada, that is Triphala Churna you can put and make a decoction of that, and that also you can practice. That is also fine. That is the best, in fact. Okay. And the third is the daily you need to drink warm water with some 2 drops of lemon juice. So what happens is it helps to cleanse your body. So this is very, very important, which has been described in Ayurveda. So Dinacharya starts with the morning schedule, right? And the whole thing I will be explaining you one by one. Can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So regarding physical care, I just want to know how much of you are really practicing this daily body massage. So we'll have just a poll on that. Tejashree, can we have the first poll, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the poll will be live. So I request all the participants to put up your views for the poll. So now the results will be visible on the screen.
No. Okay. So 67% are not applying oil. Okay. And 33% sometimes. Okay. So what I would like to tell is applying oil has been described in Ayurveda. Like you need, I know, I understand because of your daily schedule, you don't have time to rigorously massage. There's no need of massage. Just apply oil, at least to your arms, your foot, and your face. Normal coconut oil is also fine. So that is very, very important before taking bath. Just apply oil to your body. This will help in soothing your skin, also moisturizes your body, and also improves the blood circulation. So after applying this just oil, just wait for 5-10 minutes and then you can have a bath, right? So Abhyanga is described in Ayurveda. So this is very, very important. Second thing is Nasya. Nasya, that is medicated oil you need to apply, right? So what you need to do is just you get in market Anutelam, you get that also you can buy, or even at homemade ghee will be there, right? Pure ghee that you need to take, and put two drops. You can keep your head below the, you can keep pillow there and just put your head down and just put 2 drops in each nostril, followed by a forehead massage. You need to wait for 3 to 4 minutes. So once you're done with the mouthwash and drinking water and everything, next thing is you can do is the nasya, wait for 5 minutes, and then you can do the abhyanga, that is the body massage. So this is very, very important, which has been described in Ayurveda. That's why I have presented this, which you can follow in your day-to-day routine, right? So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, and also next thing is vyayama, that is also been described in Ayurveda. Exercise is very, very important. Now people have been given reasons they cannot go to the gym, they cannot go for walk, but this Ayurveda has wonderful explanation of Surya Namaskar, how it is very, very important. So Surya Namaskar you can practice daily at home as well, in your balcony. So this you can do some 1 to 10 exercises, maybe you can go in the increasing order. So this Surya Namaskar, which will help you which to tone your body, and also helps, there are various asanas which you can practice, which also helps to improving your blood circulation as well as your digestive system, right? And also along with Surya Namaskar, you can also practice pranayama, that is meditation, and just breathing exercises what you can do, that will also help you to improve the respiratory function. So vyayam every day, you not much, only 25 to 30 minutes maximum that you can spend. 20 minutes is also fine. 20 to 30 minutes you can spend daily for exercise, which is very, very important, right? So this has been comes under physical care, what you need to take, which has been described in Ayurveda, right? Then the next thing is, please have next slide. Yeah. Now go back to the roots. We need to go back to the roots, which our forefathers used to use. They used to use many Indian spices in food, right? We have a lot of masala and all. So in any limited use, that is very, very important. You can use garlic, jeera, which have been Indians have been practicing daily. So this also should be regularly maintained, the quantity and the usage also should be maintained to the regular uses of Indian spices in daily food, right? So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. Now herbal drinks, what you need to have, herbal drinks which you daily you might be having tea and coffee, everyone. So I just want to add some things which you can add in your daily tea and coffee, which will also make it tastier, more tastier, and also on the other hand it is giving you health. So in the herbal tea, what you can do is you can use tulsi leaves. In the normal tea what you're preparing, you can add some tulsi leaves, you can add ginger, which you have been say ginger tea, you can add pepper, you can add cinnamon, that is dalchini, and make a normal tea, whatever you are having, 2 to 3 cups, whatever you're having, that you can add in that, right? And the above procedure which you have same been followed without milk, you can prepare in the same manner and just add 2 drops of lemon juice, right? So that is also a lemon tea, which is also very tasty, and also gives, on the other hand, gives you health. So you will be having one morning, one time you can have a herbal tea, evening time you can have a lemon tea, so that all gives you a taste, and also on the other hand it is giving you health, right? And the third is the golden milk, which is very, very tasty, which I have been also been following. So 1 glass of warm milk, you can add either sugar or either jaggery, and you can add turmeric in that, or even honey you can add instead of any sweetener, you can add honey. So this gives a golden look, and really it has golden benefits to our body, which helps to find all the bacterial and virus infections what we are facing now. So these are the herbal drinks which have been introduced, right? And I want to know how many of you are having how much tea. So can we run the next poll, please, Tejashree?
Yes, Dr. Shruti. The next poll will be live when I'm making it live. So,
Right.
as participant, please put up your votes. I hope the poll is visible on everyone's screen. Yes, now we are just 2 seconds more and the poll will end. So start putting up your answers. So we are here with the result. I'm about to share it.
Right. 1 to 2 cups. Oh, fine. So this 1 to 2 cups, are having tea, so that's very nice to see. So 1 to 2 cups, you can introduce the same drinks what I have told you. In the normal tea itself, you can add the above ingredients which have been told, and you can make your tea healthy and tasty as well. Right? Right. So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, I want to introduce two things which are immunity booster, which are directly immunity booster. You get many things in market, but what you need to have daily. So first thing is the chawanprash. There are many varieties. So main ingredient is amla, which is used in chawanprash. So that you can have 10 gram daily. That's one big spoon for adults. So which will help you which will help as an immunity booster, direct immunity booster. So which will help you to fight against infections. So this is the first thing. Second is the decoctions, that is kadas, that we can make by the above ingredients which I had told in the tea. That plus you can use ashwagandha, which is also been proved by for you fight against COVID-19. The study is going on yet. And ashwagandha, then you can add guduchi and the amla. So these all powders you can add. You can add 2 cups of water, boil it until it becomes 1 cup, just filter it, add a little bit of honey, and then you can have it. Maybe in the evening time you can have that. So this is also a one type of immunity booster which will help you to fight against infections, and also has a good taste. So in the mid-meal snacks, if you're feeling to have, you can have such type of drinks rather than going with the cold drinks as such, right? Yeah, so can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, so I had explained in the 3S about screening. Now I would like to tell few tips what you can follow at home if you're having sore throat. So first thing is you can have clove powder with honey. You can mix it, just make a powder, roast it, or you can directly make it powder and then just mix it with honey. Have 1 spoon thrice a day. Second is a tulsi leaf, direct tulsi leaf you can take, dip in honey, and then you can have it. So this also helps for sore throat. Third is the steam inhalation. You can just boil the water, add little bit pudina, you can add even ajwain, or these things, these herbs which steam will be coming, that will help to clear the respiratory passage, right? And also helps to improve the function. So but I would like to tell, but these symptoms, if are there only for 3 days, you can help. But if it prolongs for more time, followed with the chest congestion, then better go to your doctor, consult him and get tested, because screening is also very, very important, right? So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah, so our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has also associated with the Ayush department, which has described about Ayurveda. So he has explained about immunity boosting things which we can take daily. The same things which I had told you: drink warm water, and also daily practice pranayama and meditation, which is mainly helpful for your respiratory, improving respiratory function. And third, also use of the herbs which I had told you: garlic, ginger, cinnamon. These all herbs also can be used. So this is also been told by our Prime Minister. So I request you to all follow, and let's fight this COVID-19 infections. And this is from my side, Tejashree. Thank you. Any questions, answers, you can ask me, definitely.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Shruti, for the wonderful session. You have really very well explained the simple methods, the homemade ingredients, which can really help us to boost our immunity, and it is highly practicable in this current scenario. So we will now take up question and answer round.
Right.
So participants, start putting up your questions on the chat window.
Right.
So we have received few questions till now,
Right.
and we will be taking each question one by one. So
Okay.
the first question is like, do we need to do the self massage daily? And then, if it is yes, then what's the technique?
See, as I told you, in your daily routine, it is not possible to have a rigorous massage. So you can just take a normal coconut oil and you need to apply. Like For back and all, it's not possible to do self massage. So I would suggest you just need to apply oil. But what we do is panchakarma in that snehan swedan which has been advised. Like you do servicing of your vehicle, right? In the same manner you need servicing of your body as well. So that is the panchakarma centers are there, so there you can have the actual body massage. But daily you can just apply oil massage. There is no specific technique, just you need to apply the massage. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is like if anyone is doing Surya Namaskar daily, following Surya Namaskars daily, then what should be the total count of Surya Namaskar one should perform, and how to increase the count? Should we increase it daily or it should be increased weekly?
Right. So Surya Namaskar, what is preferable is if there is old age, then you can increase it gradually. But for usually for general youth people, what I would like to tell is you can daily increase. Like today you have done one, tomorrow you can do two, then three, then four, then five. Then in per day you can do one, two, three. You can go in the increasing order up to 11, and then again you can go in the decreasing order. This you need to do in the increasing and decreasing order up to 11, which has been suggested in Ayurveda.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. And the next question for us is like, if someone is going through acidity problem day in and day out, what long-term remedy should be practiced to overcome it?
Yeah. See, first and foremost reason for acidity is improper digestion. So you need to look for your digestion. You need to have the herbs which will help you. Second thing is you need to drink lots of water. Second thing is you can also have lots of fruits and buttermilk in your daily diet. So this will help you in reducing your acidity.
As we are having viewers from India, outside India, even around all the places from India, so there are questions pouring in. So I will be taking these questions one by one. So you had mentioned about the Ghana. Okay. So can you just guide that how many times?
Sorry, Tejashree, your voice is not clear.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, a little bit disturbance. Okay, it's fine.
So you had mentioned about Kada in
Yeah,
our presentation. So can you
yeah.
let us know that how many times we need to take it in a day?
See, you can have 1 to 2 glasses per day. See, that's what I told you. When you are having in the evening time, you want to have some juices or cold drinks. So instead of that, you can just make a kada. So 1 to 2 glasses per day is fine. Rather, other than the herbal drinks, which I have told you, 1 to 2 cups of herbal drinks. That is the tea. What you're having. Other than that, you can have 2 glasses of kada.
Okay. And the next question is, can milk cause cough?
Milk.
Yes.
Yes, milk actually has a kapha prakriti, but what you can do is you can boil it properly, and you can, if the body is also kapha kind of like you're getting too much easily affected by milk, what you can do is you can add ginger powder in that, so that will help in reducing the kapha properties of milk. So you can have milk daily, 1 to 2 glasses is fine.
Okay. And what kind of massage oil you will recommend as the summer season is going, or during the summer
Yeah.
season?
Yeah. So the most easiest is the coconut oil, which we'll be having at home. So coconut oil is preferable, which you can use for daily massage of your body. And second thing, if you are having any skin problems as such, then you get oil called Eladi Tailam. So that also you can purchase from the market, and that also you can any brand is fine, but Eladi Tailam is preferred if anyone is suffering from any skin diseases.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
That's great. And another question is related to small babies. So,
Okay.
as the considering the current situation, what care of small babies do we need to take, and is it important to give vaccination during this time?
Yeah, in Ayurveda, there is description of Swarna Prashana. That is the combination of various herbs, medicated herbs, plus ghee, along with ghee, with a few metals, like that is gold bhasma, that is swarna bhasma has been added, and also rajat bhasma is added. So this combination together, which Ayurvedic physician prepares and is given on Pusha Nakshatra of every month. So this is very, very important for the babies, which can be given from 6 months up to 16 years. So this is very helps as an immunity booster, also helps to increase the brain activity of the children, and also helps to fight against infections which now normally they suffer.
Okay. So now I would just take a poll of the audience. Like, if anyone is interested to take up a live question, please raise your hand so that we can take you live, and you can ask the question to our speaker. A live question could be asked. So just participant, those who are interested, please raise your hand, and then I will put you on live so you can ask your question to our expert. So we have Priya Dikshit who wants
Okay.
to ask a live question to our speaker. So Priya, hi. I'm making you live so that you can ask a question to our speaker. So here you are, Priya. Please on your video if it is Priya. Hello, Priya Dikshit. So yes, ma'am is here.
Good morning, Shruti.
Hi,
I
Priya.
have one question. You explained about acidity, right? So can I
Right.
get, please repeat it? I mean, what are the medications, best medications for to control acidity?
Yeah, as I said, acidity is mainly because of the defective digestive system. So you need to concentrate more on improving the digestive system. That can be done by usage of herbs, which I had explained. Like you can add lasun, and you can add ginger, you can add pepper, you can add jeera. So these things, when you add in your daily diet, which will help to improve your digestion. First thing is that. Second thing is you can have more of water, drink lots of water. Third thing is you can have lots of buttermilk in the summer season if this acidity will be on a high stage actually. So you can
Okay.
have buttermilk, you can have coconut water. There's cool watermelon juice which have the soothing effects. So you need to concentrate more on the digestive system. This is what I would like to tell.
Okay. And I had one more question.
Yeah.
How would Ayurveda help in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic situation? The last slide that you explained about the Prime Minister, you
Right.
had mentioned about all the Ayurvedic things. If we follow that, is that enough, or is there anything more that can be added into our daily routine?
Yeah, see, what I would like to tell is now the Patanjali Chikitsalaya as well as the Ayush department have made a study, and they have found that ashwagandha herb helps in fighting COVID-19 infection. But only the study has been presented to the Health Department of India, but that hasn't been approved yet. Like many vaccinations have been done, but they haven't hasn't been approved yet. So ashwagandha herb definitely helps, but still that study is going on, so I would like to tell that
Okay.
you can just use ashwagandha herb in your daily kada or
Okay.
decoction or whatever you make, so you can have daily in your diet, so that will help you to fight against infection and also improve your immunity.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Shruti.
Thank you, Priya.
Thanks for that.
Thank you, Priya, for your question for
Thank you, madam.
live. So now we have another participant who will be asking a live question. So Dwar- Dwarka Prasad Deshpande, sir,
Okay.
I'm making him live, so he will be asking you his question. So,
Okay.
sir is live now. Hello, Deshpande, sir.
Yeah,
You
hi.
can ask
You
your
can hear
question.
me.
Yes, sir.
Probably I'm not able to make camera on. Just I just placed a question on chat box. Hi, Dr. Shruti.
Hello, Mr. Prasad.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, how do you foresee the COVID-19? Probably India being the most propagator of Ayurvedic,
Yeah,
and I can see that young India is most affected by COVID-19.
right.
So, what could be the reason, and what are your suggestions on that?
Yeah, see, as I told you, Ayurveda has not been approved by for curing COVID-19. So only thing what we can do is we can use the immunity booster foods, which I have been explained in all the slides as till now, and what the routine you need to practice. So these things, if you practice use of herbal herbs in your daily diet, plus decoctions, the herbal tea, your daily routine, the Surya Namaskar, the exercises. So this in all will help you in improving your lifestyle and also help in increasing your immunity. So this will definitely some or the other way help also in fighting the COVID-19 infection. And since it is a pandemic, we do not have control. Like when you have touch with any infected person, definitely you will have that. So these are the things which you can practice where there are very less chances that you'll get affected. This is what I would like to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your question. So the next question that has come up from the participant is,
Yeah.
uh, like, how can we treat mouth ulcers?
Mouth ulcers. Okay, so what you can do is mouth ulcer is also related to digestion. It is also because of the improper digestion. What application you can use is normal ghee, what you get, that you can apply daily. And also you can have lots and lots of cooling effects of the cooling drinks, like the watermelon juice, the buttermilk, which you can have more in your diet, which will help you to fight the mouth ulcers.
Okay, so now we have Kritika who needs to ask a live question to our speaker. So yes, Kritika, just give me 2 minutes. I'm making you live so that you can ask a live question. So yes, Kritika, you're live. Please go ahead with your question.
Hello, good morning. I am Kritika's father.
Okay.
I just posed a question on her cell. I would like to ask Dr. Shruti.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
May I please talk with her?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Dr. Shruti, very, very nice listening you.
Thank you, thank you.
It's very human service and it's very humankind service you are doing, especially at this juncture.
Thank you.
In fact, my question is,
Okay.
at this very epidemic situation, what would you suggest some Ayurvedic exercise and Ayurvedic treatment for diabetic patient?
Diabetic.
Yes.
Okay. So there is lots of things where Ayurveda has described about treatment for diabetics. The only thing what you can do is you can also start with the Surya Namaskar, which I had explained in my slide. You can
Very
do,
good.
not in the increasing order. Maybe you can increase in the gradually. Like you can
Yes.
have only 1 or 2 Surya Namaskar daily for a week, and then you can go for the increasing order. So Surya Namaskar and few asanas which you can practice. This is regarding exercise, and also
Yes.
the whatever decoctions, whatever the herbal tea which I had told. So that also
Yes.
you can have more in your diet, which will help
Yeah.
you in fighting diabetes as well as the COVID-19 infection.
What are the herbals? What would you like to suggest, please?
Yeah, as I told you, ashwagandha, jeera, which you have been using, guduchi, that is also very, very important. Then you can also have Triphala Kada, you can have Dashamula Kada. So there are variety. So these are the few things which I had explained, ashwagandha and guduchi, which are the direct immunity boosters. So this you
Very
can
good.
have daily in your diet.
Nice. Thank you. I am very much impressed by your good advice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now we have a next question that in current situation, many people are suffering, like few people are suffering from the problem of dry nostrils. So what can be done to overcome that?
Can you please pardon? I didn't hear the question.
So basically, with the summer situation,
Okay.
people are facing the problem of dry nostrils getting dry. Okay, so
Okay.
what can be done to overcome that? What?
Nostrils.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, see, as I had explained you, Nasya, which is been very, very important, which has been described in Dinacharya in Ayurveda, which nowadays none of them are practicing. So what you can do is normal ghee, which you use at home, the normal home prepared ghee, or even medicated oils, which you get in market. The mainly is Anutelam. So that oil or ghee you can put 2 drops in each nostril, so that will help to moisturize the inner skin of the nose, and also give you a lot of relief and clears the respiratory tract, and also improves the function. So this is our homemade ghees also can help, definitely.
Okay. Thank you. And the next question that we will be taking up is like, what Ayurvedic advice you will recommend to control diabetes?
To control diabetes.
Yes.
Yeah, see, actually, for diabetes, you can actually consult a direct doctor, because under his prescription only you can have few medicines. Along with that, what I had described in my slides regarding the immunity booster liquids, be it the exercises, that all you need to follow. So what you can have is we get a kashaya called as asanadi kashaya, which is readily available in the market. So that helps in diabetic neuropathy, that is because of diabetes they are more prone to have the body pains, so their nerves are very weak. So for them asanadi kashaya is more preferable, which they can have 2 teaspoons thrice a day for diabetics. So this will help in reducing the sugar levels, also as reducing the body pain as well. This was I'd like to suggest from Ayurveda.
Okay. Thank you for your questions and the advice. And what advice you will also recommend for controlling uric acid and thyroid as well?
Thyroid as well. See, for each symptoms, each disease, there is different lifestyle, there's different diet chart which has to be given. Few things what you can do is avoid potato, avoid cabbage. These are the basic things which are helping in which are increasing the uric acid levels. So these depends on the individual, depending on his lab reports, so that is totally different. So what I had explained, that everyone can follow, be it any diabetic, be it any thyroid, everyone can follow. So I would like to suggest better you can consult a doctor, or personalized that session we can have, where I can explain the list, because that definitely depends on the individual.
Okay. Thank you, Shruti, again. Now, I would request every participants that due to time constraints, we cannot take up all the questions. So please write us to the consult at the rate justforhearts.org ID that I mentioned earlier. We would be glad to answer each and every question of yours. So thank you all participants for the questions being asked by you and the enthusiastic participation by each one of you. So we had really a very great session with Dr. Shruti and an interactive one with a great number of question and answer round. So thank you, Dr. Shruti. So before we